and I will pass it over to Allison and Sangam for their introductions and presentation. So thank you.
Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah, so we are going to get started here. Sangam, are you okay with the slides?
Oh, yes. Can you see my screen or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's slides. Okay, cool. Perfect. It's a full screen.
Well, I wanted to go ahead and first thank African Bridge Network for inviting us to do this presentation about our program. And thanks to all of you for joining. It's great to see that there are some internationally educated nurses from Massachusetts joining today. My name is Allison, and I'm here with my colleague Sangam, and we are the two staff at the Boston Welcome Back Center. And today we prepared a pretty simple introduction to our program so that we can leave plenty of time for questions and discussions. And I apologize for my barking dog. I'm going to pick him up so that stops. So yeah, first I wanted to give a little background about the Welcome Back Center. Our program is located at Bunker Hill Community College, which is in Boston, and we just celebrated our 20th year in operation. And we work exclusively with immigrant nurses who live in Massachusetts, assisting them through the Massachusetts Board of Nursing licensure process, which can be pretty confusing for folks. We're also part of a larger Welcome Back Center initiative. There are about, I would say, 10 other Welcome Back Centers throughout the US in different states, and each one looks a little bit different. Some are located in community colleges like we are, and others are in different immigrant serving institutions. And some work with all internationally educated health professionals, doctors, dentists, etc. And some work
which
exclusively with nurses
do.
just like us. So a little bit about the mission of the Welcome Back Center. It's pretty simple and straightforward. The Welcome Back Center assists internationally educated nurses who live in Massachusetts to obtain their Massachusetts nursing license and re-enter the workforce. And a little bit about the goals of our program. We at the Welcome Back Center want to create new pipelines into the nursing field to relieve local workforce shortages. When we started the center in 2005, so 20 years ago, there was quite a large nursing shortage in Massachusetts and also throughout the US. And that still remains true 20 years later. In fact, just recently, the Globe, I think, reported that 1 in 10 nursing jobs still remains unfilled. So it's our feeling that by assisting internationally educated nurses through the licensure process, we can contribute to the local workforce and help ease the nursing shortage in Massachusetts. And at the same time, we hope to enhance the racial, ethnic, and linguistic diversity of the area's workforce and build cultural competencies in the workforce. Not only is there a nursing shortage in the state, but there's also a shortage of bilingual and bicultural nurses to treat the diverse patient population in Massachusetts. We believe, and actually research shows, that when patients receive care in their native language, it's linked to equitable and quality care, as well as patient satisfaction and positive outcomes. And just a bit about the eligibility of our program. It's quite simple. To be a Welcome Back Center participant, you need to be an internationally educated nurse and reside in Massachusetts. You know, it's pretty simple to get in touch with us, to enroll with us. Those are the only two things that we require. And now I want to pass this over to Sangam to take a closer look at the process that internationally educated nurses have to go to obtain their Massachusetts nursing license.
Thank you, Allison. So I'm going to provide a quick snapshot about the process. The Massachusetts Board of Nursing have set up specific requirements for internationally educated nurses, and all of them must go through this process to be a nurse in Massachusetts. If the applicant nursing program was not conducted in English, they need to pass one of the English proficiency tests approved by the Massachusetts Board of Nursing, such as TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, OET, Selman, or MET. So the applicant can take any one of these tests. Each test has different scoring requirements, and the cost of the test ranges from $120 to $450 depending upon the type of test they choose. For the applicants who have completed nursing program in English, they can begin with the credential evaluation process. The applicant needs to complete the course by course nursing evaluation process with one of the board approved agencies. There are different evaluation agencies, but the Massachusetts Board of Nursing only accepts the evaluation from True Merit, formerly known as CGFNS, the evaluation company, Spantran, and Joseph and Sinley. Back in the day, there used to be only one evaluation company, CGFNS, and now recently, a couple of years ago, the board added two new credential evaluation agencies. So during this process, the applicant needs to send the forms provided by the evaluation agency to the institutions, their university and school, and nursing licensing authority, if any, in their home country. They need to fill out the form and send it back to the evaluation agencies. Once all the documents are received, the evaluation agency will determine whether the education completed in their home country is equivalent to nursing program in the US. After passing the English proficiency tests, if needed, and completing the credential evaluation process, the next step is to submit the pre-approval application with the board. The board will review the English test results and the evaluation report and determine whether the applicant is eligible to take NCLEX in Massachusetts or not. Sometimes the applicants need to take additional coursework depending upon the outcome of the evaluation report. If any hours are missing in the core areas of, which is like hours means like theoretical or clinical hours in the core areas of nursing, then in that case, the applicant needs to fulfill those deficient hours to get approved to take NCLEX. So the approval letter never expires and there is no deadline to take NCLEX. Okay. And in order to take NCLEX, the applicant need to submit 2 applications to receive an authorization to take 2 tests, and after that they can schedule an exam. And once they pass the NCLEX, they become an RN in Massachusetts. Okay, so this is a quick overview about the process, and we work one-on-one with all the nurses that we encounters to get through this process. So individualized service plan. The participants can contact us via email or phone to schedule a meeting with the case manager. We usually request a copy of transcript, documents, resume, and a proof of residency before the meeting. And we do an assessment. During the intake meeting, we do an assessment and develop an individual pathway plan based on the participant's skills, experience, education, and situation. For example, I recently met a nurse from Ethiopia, and she just moved to Massachusetts a couple of months ago. Since she was educated in English, we started the credential evaluation process and provide some of the NCLEX prep resources, and also encourage her to take the healthcare training such as CNA, patient care technician, or medical assistant so that she can land a job in healthcare. About 80 to 90% of our nurses work in healthcare in different capacities while they go through the licensure process. This process can take some time. So in the meantime, most of our nurses work as an RN, LPN. Most of them works as a CNA, medical assistants, and after they pass the NCLEX, they work as an RN and LPN in the same facility. So we provide orientation, counseling, and ongoing support to our participants. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our services that we offer from our program. We provide internship case management. We work individually with all of our participants to navigate this tedious process. We help participants with credential evaluation process. We have a separate portal and channel to communicate with the evaluation agencies and can follow up on behalf of the nurses to make sure this process goes as smooth as possible. We also assist nurses to find the resources to improve their English skills, filling out different applications for Board of Nursing, and fulfilling deficient clinical and theory hours to be eligible for NCLEX RN. We also have the direct contact with the Board of Nursing and always follow up with them to make sure that the applications are processed timely. And some of the courses and tutoring support that we offer are English exam preparation. We have tutor who does weekly workshop twice a week and also work one-on-one with our participants to prepare them for the English proficiency exam. We provide NCLEX prep class throughout the year with the NCLEX High Yield. We offer this class for those who are actively studying for the NCLEX. And we are also providing group tutoring 5 times every month with a tutor from NCLEX High Yield. In addition to classes and tutoring, our participant can access self-paced review course and resources as long as they need them. And last but not least, we offer refresher skill course, transition to nursing in the US to those who have recently passed the NCLEX or are planning to take NCLEX soon. It is also one of the most demanding and most loved classes by our student. And this course has significantly helped to enhance the knowledge and confidence and skills of our nurses who are planning to enter the nursing workforce soon. And there is no fee associated to enroll in our program. And apart from these services, we advocate with different stakeholders to reduce the barriers and challenges faced by the internationally educated nurses. With our strong advocacy over the last few years, the Board of Nursing have added new English proficiency tests. It used to be only a couple of tests many years ago, and we have advocated with the board to add new credential agencies as well as additional English proficiency tests, which have speed up the licensure process for many international educated nurses. So, okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about the participants. Since opening in 2005, we have served almost 2,400 participants from over 126 different countries. Most of the nurses are referred by the current participants and graduates. And sometimes we also get referral from ABN, our partner here, JVS, and local organizations. Currently, we're actively working with around 580 participants. All of them are in different phases of their nursing pathways. So some of them are working in English, some of them are preparing for the NCLEX, some of them are doing in the credential evaluation process. And this chart shows, on the right-hand side, shows the demographic of our participants. These are the top 10 countries. Number 1 is Haiti. I see that we have a couple of Haitian nurses attending this workshop today. Followed by Haiti has always been the largest number of participants in our program, followed by Nepal, China, Brazil, Puerto Rico have to go through the same process, although it's a territory of United States. Ethiopia, Uganda, Algeria, Albania, Nigeria, and Philippines. So welcome back, Center graduates. So far, this is our latest data of our graduates. So far, 787 nurses have graduated from our program. And last year alone, 75 participants obtained a Massachusetts nursing license. Our numbers have significantly increased over the time. And on the right-hand side, you will see the salary comparison of our graduates before and after passing the NCLEX. This is also one of the best stats of our program. And in the last fiscal year, the average salary for LPN, licensed practical nurse, was 30K, and for registered nurse was 34K before passing the NCLEX. However, the average salary after passing the NCLEX PN jumped to 63K, and for RN grad was 90K, which is almost threefold increase in their salaries. It's amazing to witness the profound positive impact on the livelihoods of our nurses after graduating from our program. And this is just a picture from our transition to years in nursing course. We offer this course with the collaboration from the nursing department instructors. We just concluded one yesterday actually, and we are offering this course twice a year with a small cohort. Only 10 students are recruited in each session. you know. And this concludes our presentation. And last but not least, this is a picture from our last potluck gathering, which happened to be our 20th anniversary celebration as well. We organize potluck gathering twice a year, spring and fall, in an effort to connect our graduates and new nurses where they can share their experience and ideas with each other, And a big thank you again for African Biz Network and Mary for providing this platform to present about Welcome Back Center. And thank you everyone for who joined us today. And if any of you are internationally educated, I know there are a few internationally educated nurses here, so you can contact us via email or phone. And please send a copy. If you are reaching us via email, please send a copy of your email, copy of your resume, as well as transcript documents to our email. And after that, we can set up a time to meet and discuss about your nursing pathways. And we are happy to take any questions or queries that you may have.
Thank you guys so much. I do see one question that came in the chat while you were presenting. Anna is curious, how long does the process take? Do you accompany in the process, and how much does it cost approximately?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take this question. So the process, it depends on different situations, and so there are different scenarios, like the some for some it can take like about a year or two. For some, it might take longer. So because our participants wear different hats, like for some of them, they have to take care of their families, they have to take care of their, um, as just when they first came to the United States, they need to start their life from the scratch, and also they have to take care of the bills. So most of them are not able to focus on their pathways as much they wanted. And they are not able because some of them have to pass the English proficiency test, and it might take a while to get through the English, as well as they have to pass this NCLEX exam, which takes a lot of time to prepare. And other important piece here is about the credential evaluations. Sometimes our participants have difficulty in obtaining documents from their home country, so that might also delay the process. So there is no exact answers for, like, I don't have an exact timeline, but it depends on person by person, Also, I just wanted to provide a brief info that we have participants who have been working with us for like 10 years, 15 years as well. And there are some participants that we met who are able to complete this process within a year or two. So, and regarding the costs, right? So there are costs involved with the process, such as credential evaluation, English test fees, board of application fees, um, and and it is the responsibility of the applicants to pay for that fees. And it's just like it depends. Like sometimes um, the applicant might need to take English test more than one time, which can increase the cost, and also for the NCLEX exam too. So it varies for the cost.
Oh, and I just saw Anna posted another question about if it's better to start studying. Um, yeah, like Sangam said, I think also because I would say 90% of our folks are women, so they're often caregivers and they're parents working multiple jobs. So I think it really depends on everybody's individual situation. Um, the thing is that it really comes down to time and how much time people can put towards this, and cost, because returning to school is also costly, and um, and when you're in school, you can't work as well. So we usually work with folks on coming up with the best plan for themselves, and we do have people that kind of try both pathways while they're taking prerequisites to look at nursing schools. They're also working on their English and getting their credential evaluation. And I would say 90+% of our folks end up going through this process rather than starting from scratch due to the cost and time commitment of returning to a program that you've already taken before. I would say more like 99% of our folks end up going this way. But it's really, there's not a right answer. It really depends on everybody's situation. Like Sangam had said, in some cases, it's very difficult to get documents from your home country, especially if you came as a refugee. Your school program might not be open. So again, we would sit down with each of you, and kind of go through your situation and see what makes the most sense, and help you make an informed decision.
Thank you. Stefania is wondering, is it necessary to pass the English test to participate in the program?
It's not necessary to pass the English test. Most people have not passed. It's like Sangam had mentioned, TOEFL, IELTS, Michigan English test. They're pretty high level English tests. So there's even if it's going to take you some time, it's good to get connected to the program, meet other people, and we also do have some workshops to help folks prepare for the English test. So it's probably better to reach out sooner than later so you can access some of those resources.
Thank you. Another question here. After this meeting, what are the next steps? So I can say on my end, I'm going to send all of you guys an email with the slides and the recording from today. And as you can see there, you can see their contact info. Would you guys prefer me to refer people to this email or to your emails?
This email is fine. Sangam and I both monitor it. And what I would also say is to each of you, whenever you feel ready, you can email us at email here, wbc@bhcc.edu. Send a copy of your resume and any school transcripts that you might have. And then from there, we can set up a meeting and start working on the process, going over the program and answering more individual questions as well.
Yeah, and I'd encourage
I
you
got it.
guys to apply as soon as you can if you're interested. Because as they said, this can sometimes be a lengthy process depending on, the English test and getting your documents and everything like that. So if you're interested in this, definitely reach out to the email as soon as possible. Allison just put it in the chat, so you guys can save that now, but you will also receive it later in my follow-up email. Does anyone else have any more questions? You can put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and ask. Oh, Stefania says, do you provide coaching or mentoring?
I'm not sure exactly so let's see. We so whoever reaches out to us gets assigned a case manager, which is really just Sangam or myself, and we walk through the process until the very end with folks. And then as far as um, like skills support and things like that, like Sangam mentioned, we have different classes that we um, connect people to. For example, the skills refresher, which is sort of like um, uh, we used to call it transition to nursing in the US, where you get a chance to practice with nursing faculty some skills. So you have some mentoring in that department. We also have support around NCLEX preparation as well, but you will have the support of us from the beginning to the end, and also a chance when you're in classes and coming to events to connect with some other Welcome Back Center participants that have already kind of gone through the process and are really great about giving back and mentoring other folks and explaining what it was like for them, cheering you on. It's really been a nice community that gives back even long after folks pass the NCLEX. They come back to support new participants. Um, and regarding the free classes, yes, we do provide um, the English test prep is free, and we try to work on always making that free for folks. For NCLEX prep, at the moment, it's also free. It hasn't always been. Sometimes it depends on what kind of grant money we have. And this year we do have money to help folks with all the classes, all the applications, and credential evaluations. Um, that could change year to year, but this year we're very lucky that um, all of our participants can be supported in whatever step they are in. And we've gotten this funding for the last couple of years, which means that many people have been able to go through without spending any money. But again, that's really dependent on our funding. Um, and we do our best to at least provide NCLEX and um, English prep online for free. And meeting with Sangam and I and coming in to study, we offer in person and online. So whatever is best for folks since COVID, and because we serve people through from all over Massachusetts, from Lawrence to Springfield to Boston, we did put all of our classes online except for the skills refresher. So the English tutoring you can do in person or online, and all of the NCLEX prep is online. Although um, many students like to come together to study. So we have an office at Bunker Hill Community College, and folks that are doing the NCLEX prep online might come to meet and do study groups, which is really nice as well.
Thank you, Allison. Anyone have more questions? Like I said, you can type it in the chat or you can raise your hand and ask out loud as well, whatever you guys want to do. Stefania asks, could you please remind me of the documents I need to submit via email and the deadline for submitting them?
Um, there is no deadline to, reach out. We enroll participants throughout the year, so feel free to send your documents whenever you are ready. Okay. So there is no open enrollment period for to enroll in our program. So
Yeah,
we
that's a oh.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead,
Yes.
Elton. No.
Sorry, no, that's just a really good point because we're located at community college, many people think you're applying to a nursing program that has a specific start and end date. And for our program's a little bit different. We start working with you when you come to us, and we work with you as long as needed. So there's no pressure to finish in a certain time. Um, and because we work one-on-one, there's, yeah, the enrollment can be whenever you're ready.
And the documents are resume and transcript, correct?
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Do you recruit nurses who are in their home countries too, or foreigners in the States who studied nursing?
We
Hmm.
only work with nurses who are here living in Massachusetts. We don't have the capacity to recruit, and we don't have the capacity or to work with visa situations. So everybody we work with um, is already here living in Massachusetts.
Any more questions for Allison and Simon? All right, I'm seeing a lapse of silence, so I'm gonna assume maybe that there's no more questions. Um, so I want to take a couple minutes though, while I have you all here still, to ask you all a favor, and that is to fill out the form in the link I'm about to send in the chat. So this is just a very quick evaluation form for today. It's a couple of questions. They're mostly multiple choice. You don't have to answer them all. And it's just so that we can make sure that this was effective, that you guys are, if you guys are interested in reaching out to Welcome Back Center, um, we can figure out who's interested and make sure that you guys apply and reach out to them. Just keep track of you all. So I'm just going to put the link in the chat. I can also see as people fill this out, so I'm going to be watching you all. So I better see you fill out this response form. But yeah, while we do this, while I wait for you guys to fill it out, if we have any last questions, this is the time to ask. I also just want to thank Allison and Salman for being here today and for presenting. And I want to thank all of you guys for attending as well. I appreciate your interest in this and you taking the time to join us today. So yeah, thank you all. I'll leave this open so you guys can respond to the form that I sent. And if you have any final questions, you can stay back and ask if you'd like. And also just a reminder that you will all be getting the slides and also the brochure from Welcome Back Center. So you'll have all the information that you need. But if questions come up afterwards, you can reach out to the email here and let us know. Oh, I see a question in the chat. Stefania is asking, do you help with resume review and interview prep for nursing jobs? Do you connect members with employers or healthcare institutions?
We definitely help with resume review and certainly interview prep. The truth is that since most of our nurses are encouraged to and actually do work in healthcare before they get their nursing license, it's I would say the majority of time they're actually just getting they get that license and they immediately get promoted. People do choose to interview and go to other places as well, but getting that nursing job has not been as difficult as we thought it would be at the beginning, but we certainly help with what's ever needed. And we can do some practice interviewing, and we help with resumes before they're sent out. So hopefully when the time comes, and also with the help of that skills refresher class, our goal is to help people feel confident before starting their first job here. And also finding a nursing job where you feel the support that you need to make that transition, a really good orientation, with the support that you need.
Okay, Albert, I'm starting to see some people respond to the evaluation, so thank you. If we have any final questions, feel free to raise your hand and ask. But if not, then we can end today's session. As I said, you guys will receive all of the information from today. You'll get the contact info. So if you are interested in this program, we all strongly encourage you to apply as soon as possible. So send them an email and let them know you're interested, okay?
Thank you. And also, if you're not even sure, there's no harm in reaching out to us. We're very flexible. If you just have questions and you're not even sure you want to go through this process, you don't have to, you're not committing to anything. You can just reach out, and have a little bit more of a personal discussion. We're happy to do that as well.
Great. Well, thank you all so much for joining today. And also thank you again to Sangam and Allison for presenting. I hope this was helpful for people. I hope this answered some questions. Yeah, and thank you. You'll be hearing from me soon. So enjoy your rest of your Friday. Have a nice weekend, everyone. And yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Maddie. Thank you, everybody, for attending.